President candidate for the first time since divorce records containing abuse allegations became public.
New federal help is available in Northwest Indiana as the region is working to recover from the devastating summer storms.
A battle in Bridgeport, people in the Southside neighborhood fighting against Amtrak's plan to relocate a rail yard. But we began with the race for Chicago Public School Board. For the first time, we're hearing from a candidate whose past divorce records have now become a campaign issue.
Victor Henderson hitting back at child abuse allegations, saying he is not going to let anyone embarrass him over a difficult time in his family's life. ABC7 political reporter Craig Wall tonight with new reaction from Henderson and a look at how his rivals are responding to these late developments.
CPS will have a fully elected school board after November. Now, one of the candidates for board president is forced to address allegations of child abuse leveled by his ex-wife some 15 years ago. Attorney Victor Henderson at a luncheon gathering with a group of black pastors today, invoking numerous biblical references, asking for support and prayers.
There's danger along this road that I'm traveling because I know I'm going to be attacked. It has already started.
Earlier this week, court documents from his divorce and custody battle from 2011 revealed that his ex-wife alleged that Henderson once beat his older son repeatedly with the wooden handle of a garden hoe and would sometimes whip the same boy with a belt while he is asleep under the covers. Henderson suggesting the accusations were false and that what happened was simply him disciplining his son.
My point is this: my children are happy, they're healthy, they're grown. And I'm going to love my children as a father, as a black father, as an African-American father. I'm not stepping down from raising my children. That's not going to happen. And if and when they need to be disciplined in an age-appropriate way with love, then I'm going to do that.
Pastor Marvin Hunter, who led the breakfast, defended Henderson.
His children are doing well. He just gave it to you. So send that out so that they'll understand that his method of raising a child must work, because his son is well.
But Henderson's rivals seeing things differently. Jessica Biggs saying these revelations are deeply disturbing. Someone with a history of domestic violence and corporal punishment should not be in a leadership position, especially not for children. Sendell Ravulari said voters want a Board of Education president who they can trust to focus on our kids' success. A board candidate who is busy defending themselves from allegations of inappropriate conduct is not going to be positioned to do that work for hundreds of thousands of kids in Chicago.
So I'm not going to be embarrassed and let anybody try to embarrass me that I love my children, that I attempted to raise my children.
In a statement earlier this week, Henderson said of the abuse accusations, there were no criminal charges, no arrests, and no findings by any court establishing those allegations as fact.
I'm not going to let this political process take me back 15 or 20 years to something that happened within my family. I'm going to look forward for the children.
Henderson intends to remain in the race and calls this campaign a fight for the children of Chicago. His past now in the hands of voters who will determine his future with CPS. Craig Wall, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Greg, thank you for that report. Vernon Hills Police are looking for a youth softball coach that is facing sexual abuse charges. Eduardo Eddie Acosta Gonzalez is accused of having inappropriate sexual contact with a 12-year-old girl he was coaching. Police say the alleged abuse happened twice this spring and summer in Vernon Hills. Investigators believe he may have left the state and that there could be more additional victims. Acosta Gonzalez facing 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. If your children trained with him and have any suspicious behavior to report, police would like to hear from you.
The power's back on for many people across Northwest Indiana, but nearly 3 weeks after the storms, some families are still dealing with flooded homes, major damage, and no place to turn. FEMA is now opening disaster recovery centers across the region to help residents apply for federal assistance. In Maryville, Jacqueline Boyd says her basement is still filled with water, and her insurance company told her the damage is not covered.
Then you come here and you sit and you wait and you pray within and you hope that somebody will have compassion on the people.
FEMA says people with damaged or flooded homes or those still without power should apply for assistance as soon as possible. More recovery centers are expected to open across Northwest Indiana over the next week. And we've posted a list of where the office will be during the next couple of weeks. That's on our news app and our website. Indiana Governor Mike Braun is giving some state employees impacted by this month's severe storms additional paid time off. Braun signed an executive order allowing eligible state workers up to 15 paid workdays if their homes were destroyed, severely damaged, or left without power for an extended period. Employees must live in a county eligible for disaster relief and have the damage certified by the Indiana Department of Homeland Security.
Let's talk about our weather on this Friday as we look at a live picture from our camera at Navy Pier. We have made it to the weekend together, the golden hour. The sun is still shining. We better enjoy these because it's ticking away and getting sunset sooner.
Yeah, that's true. BTS, a huge hit last night.
Yes.
I saw the lunar eclipse when I got home.
Yes.
I know the three of us were keeping an eye on it from here. Another concert tonight, Cheryl. Weather looks great again.
Yeah, the lunar eclipse was phenomenal. Where I live, the clouds cleared just in time.
Me too, Cheryl.
Nice.
Yes, love it. And it was a great night to be out at the BTS concert last night, tonight. Again, picture perfect weather. Absolutely beautiful. What a week it has been. And boy, did we deserve a storm-free week in our area. Temperatures outside still mild, feeling like summer. Okay, we do have some clouds here on the increase. Satellite and radar confirming that. We are dry, not finding any raindrops, but we will see more cloud cover as we head into the weekend. So it's not going to be the brightest, the most beautiful weekend. We will have some sunshine, but at times mixing in mostly cloudy skies. A few stray showers, even a storm threat on our Saturday. Sunday, early morning rain possible as well. The weekend is not a washout. There will be dry time. It's not a weekend to cancel your plans, but heads up, some passing showers at times expected. We also increase our temps nearing 90 for next week with more rain and storm chances on the way. Take a look at that full 7-day forecast in a few minutes, guys.
Cheryl, thank you. A stranded driver is dead after a hit and run on the Dan Ryan Expressway overnight. This happened overnight near 47th Street. Illinois State Police say the man was outside of his car, which was parked on the shoulder of the road, when he was hit by another vehicle. Police say the driver did not stop and the man died at the hospital. His name has not been released.
Grieving families are calling for a federal investigation into the operators of South Chicago Chapel. Dozens of decomposing bodies and boxes of cremated remains were discovered improperly stored at the funeral home earlier this month. One widow says she's still trying to find the remains of her husband, Lewis Walker.
My husband was cremated at this facility. I'm still traumatized from it because they still can't identify him. He don't have a tag number. And I just want justice served, not only for me, but for the family as well.
The ABC7 I-Team reports 10th Ward Alderman Peter Chico complained to the city about a foul odor coming from the funeral home nearly a year before authorities raided that property.
A proposed $900 million Amtrak rail yard relocation is drawing stiff opposition from Bridgeport residents. ABC7's John Garcia telling us tonight why they are organizing to try and stop this project.
The proposed rail yard would sit in the shadow of Sox Park, but more importantly to neighbors who are opposed to the project, it would sit in the middle of a densely populated residential area.
If they come further.
Kathy Lang looks out from her balcony, pointing out how close her property is to the train tracks. It's also very close to where Amtrak is proposing building a rail yard. She and numerous other neighbors say they are opposed.
Absolutely. The property value, without a doubt, is going to plummet. You're going to lose families that have been raised for generations.
Many other Bridgeport residents also opposed to the plan. More than 1,000 have signed petitions against the development in just the last few days. Many say the project would cause a number of environmental issues.
They have big plans to turn Bridgeport into an industrial corridor, no place that anybody would want to live. It's just ridiculous.
Amtrak is touting economic benefits to the region, talking about jobs and economic impact. The modern purpose-built facility on an existing rail yard owned by Union Pacific Railroad will allow for more efficient servicing of rail cars, reduce service disruptions and turnaround time. 11th Ward Alderwoman Nicole Lee says the yard belongs in an existing industrial area.
My intention is to stop this, right? We're doing everything that we can to stop this. I do not believe that this is somehow a done deal.
The proposal would basically move the existing rail yard from the South Loop, near the site where some are speculating could be the next home of the White Sox Stadium, to Bridgeport. Many neighbors are digging in their heels in opposition.
This deal is not going to happen. We are not accepting this deal.
Amtrak postponed a public hearing on the proposed rail yard earlier this week. That meeting has not yet been rescheduled. In Bridgeport, John Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
A beloved West Loop restaurant is officially closed after more than 3 decades. Wishbone served its final meals today after 36 years of business. Owner Joel Nixon tells ABC7 weekday breakfast and lunch crowds have been shrinking for years. He says the hardest part is saying goodbye to longtime employees and loyal customers.
So many great memories there for sure.
A lot of people.
Delicious food, the shrimp and grits. Ooh, my favorite. It's the dinner hour. All right. Coming up, everybody, it is the world's largest campaign to end overdoses, and Chicago is participating. Learn about resources to help those who are struggling. We have that coming up.
Also ahead, the I-Team alert about a ripoff targeting landlords and people subleasing their properties. How fake renters are stealing.
And why so many tan suits, you ask? Well, people at the Obama Presidential Center marking a very special moment that once broke the internet.
Hello.
Happy Feel Good Friday.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we only have one name in this
Can we have you count to 10 to test your mic?
We have Alonzo.
Can you count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Nika. Yeah, we call her Nika.
How you doing? That's my baby girl.
Can I have you count to 10 to test your mic?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. Nika. Thank you, so do you.
It is an issue that can bring feelings of fear or even shame. Experts say people impacted by overdose often hide their pain, but now there is a group bringing this issue into the light in order to help those in need. Walonza Lee, the executive director of the Southside Task Force, and Dr. Mika Battle, the founder and executive director for the Bridge to Freedom, joining us live in our State Street studios to talk about the International Overdose Awareness Day. Welcome to our State Street studios on this Friday. And the fact that we have to have an awareness day is really powerful. Talk about how we came to this.
Well, for me, in 2020, during the pandemic, I was working for the city of Chicago, and I discovered that 68% of the overdose fatalities were African American men. And that was really alarming for me because I always knew that there was a problem, but not to that degree. And so at that point, we started the Southside Task Force. But I was also instrumental in giving the West Side Task Force their first funding from the city of Chicago. So they were already doing the work. And so once we discovered that, I said, well, we've got to do something. And so we started the task force, and at that particular time, as I stated before, it was 68% African American men. And when we look at it today, we're still, like 6 years later, it's still in 2025, it was still, the numbers were 57% of the fatalities are still African American men between the ages of 45 and 64 years old. And the sad thing about that is that as I did research with the city, I also discovered that in 2000, these numbers were still the same. And nobody had really addressed them.
And they are staggering.
These
numbers for sure.
Oh, yes.
And they really, and that means a family has been affected. The 55%, not just that person, it's an entire family. And this is personal for you. Talk about why it's so important for you to be part of this amazing and important project.
Because Southside Task Force, first of all, and Yolanda's my dear friend, we grew up in the streets together, and I was a heroin addict, right? A terrible heroin addict. I used to shoot $200-300 worth of dope a day, Cheryl. And Narcan was not out, and I overdosed 4 times off of fentanyl. In the late 90s, and it was only by the grace of God that I came back, but I lost so many friends because of this. And now I've been clean 24 years, and because of the Narcan that's out there now and the lives that is saving, even in the Cook County Jail, there is a vending machine, like where you get a pop, but guess what you can get? Narcan. Yeah. Okay, there's a vending machine at the L stations. Why? Because of Yolanda. Narcan, right? Because she knows, she's a drug recovery guru. She knows the importance of making Narcan available.
We say, but God, and thank God you don't look like what you've been through.
Right.
You know, that's the good saying. And
Yes.
Monday is the big deal, but you're here today to talk about the importance and what you were planning on for this big event.
So the reason why it's so important is because of the impact it has on the community. And we have to remember that 91% of overdose fatalities is now fentanyl. It is no longer heroin. It's fentanyl, and when we talk about heroin, but it's really not there. And so our family members and our children are being impacted because you're finding it in gummies. They're putting it in marijuana, it's in cocaine. Fentanyl is like a widespread a substance that's being used. And the piece about fentanyl is 50% more potent than heroin.
Yes, it is.
And 100% more potent than morphine. So just a dot can just
change a life or take a life. And I think everybody probably in our listening area has experienced a friend, family member who have dealt with this. And this is really important that you're doing it. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Friday. It's going to make a difference and it's going to save lives. So let's talk about International Overdose Day. It's happening at the South Shore Cultural Center. It's happening on Monday. It'll be from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And best blessings to both of you. Continue your efforts in saving lives and increasing awareness. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm consumer investigator Jason Knowles, and today we're uncovering what's known as the subleasing scam. The warning for landlords and people subletting their apartments and homes. How one woman lost thousands of dollars. Coming up.
Thanks, Jason. Also ahead, Heisel looks at the weekend forecast. Summer is ending, but the weather may be heating up.
Today marks 71 years since Chicago teenager Emmett Till was kidnapped and later brutally killed. On August 28, 1955, Emmett Till was taken from his uncle's home in Mississippi by 2 white men. Till was black and he had allegedly whistled at a white woman 4 days earlier. Till's mother insisted on an open casket so the world could see what was done to her son.
I accept your nomination for presidency of the United States.
Also on this day, on August 28, 2008, Barack Obama accepted the Democratic nomination for president. This happened during the party convention in Denver. At the time, Obama was a 47-year-old senator from Illinois. He went on to become the country's first black president, served 2 terms. Joe Biden looked young in that, too. Both of them.
I remember that day. So many powerful events happened on August 28th in American history.
Do you remember President Obama's tan suit that caused quite the stir 12 years ago? Well, the Obama Presidential Center turned that fashion moment into a celebration.
So today, guess what? They invited visitors to break out their best tan suits and then join them at the John Lewis Plaza at the Obama Presidential Center. You can see this video from the Obama Foundation that they posted on social media. That's Valerie Jarrett there. Plenty of visitors dressing to impress. And they proved 12 years later that the tan suit, yeah, it still makes a difference and it looks great on everybody. That broke the internet back then. Do you remember that?
Yeah, oh, yes. I'm trying to remember why people were so upset. That was like, you're doing a pretty good job if that's what you're heated about.
That requires another day.
Right.
But, I mean,
and we've talked about this before, and I know you know this, that he donated the suit, so technically we don't know where it is.
Well, it's the person doesn't want to be named. I bet that person is wearing it today and just walking around. I mean, because that's what I would do if I had it. I would honor it every day.
I'd put it in like
every year.
A box and show it off. So there you go.
What a controversy.
Yeah, there was something, man. Really? And your tan suit, by the way, looks fabulous. Both of you are wearing brown today, I noticed. And by the way, it's not high, so apologies to you, Cheryl. I know you're with us doing weather. BTS is starting to fill up because we got one more night.
I mean, did you see earlier, Rob, they were throwing signed footballs out as they were rehearsing.
That's why those people went so early.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to be VIP or something. And they're not fans, they're Army, you know that.
I've learned this.
Okay, yes.
I've learned a lot, Cheryl, about BTS.
Over the last 48 hours.
And I care
Gorgeous weather.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl.
It is so nice. Last night was so nice for the lunar eclipse as well. The clouds passed in time to get some views of that, which was lovely. Beautiful postcard shot here. Birds soaring in the sky, the sun is setting, our skyline so beautiful and feeling beautiful in this weather. Temps comfy near 80 degrees, dew points near 60. Get ready, the heat is going to turn back up over the weekend, nearing 90. Temperatures near 80 across the board. We fall off into the 60s and low 70s overnight. Satellite and radar combined, no rain, but notice some clouds. We will increase the cloud cover overnight and into the weekend. The weekend, we will be in times of partly cloudy skies, but also periods of mostly cloudy skies. It's not going to be the best nor the brightest of weekends, but there will be plenty of dry time and we will fit in some sunshine. Partly cloudy skies for our Saturday, but also a stray shower or storm is possible afternoon, evening. Sunday, some early morning rain showers or an isolated storm is possible. Again, this is not a weekend where you need to cancel those outdoor plans. Just don't be surprised to run into a few raindrops. So overnight, increasing clouds just a bit. Tomorrow morning, some sunshine. You can see those clouds increasing again during the afternoon. Notice as we head through the afternoon between about 12 and 5 o'clock, a few passing showers here north of I-80. So that's the best likelihood to pick up on some rain showers in parts of our area tomorrow. Late afternoon, early evening. Then we take a little bit of a break. And then as we head into early Sunday, there you can see the batch of rain showers here. Fairly isolated to scattered, but between about 6 and 10 a.m., showers in the forecast. They clear out and we will have some sunshine reemerging as we head into our Sunday afternoon with a lingering shower threat late in the evening, mainly north. But again, much of Sunday afternoon, evening looking dry. Notice where we sit right now in the comfy temperature regime, but over to the west, middle of the country, into about the 90s. Wichita right now, 96 degrees. We won't be getting that hot, but we are entering a pattern where we are turning warmer than average as we head next week and into mid-September. So long-range models are pointing at the heat on the way. Humidity as well, going up into the 60s to near 70 degrees. So it gets very humid, especially Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. And with the humidity, the heat, it's going to feel even hotter. So take these high temps near 90. Monday, Tuesday, it's going to feel like it's in the mid-90s. We stay above average almost each and every day into the holiday weekend as well. Saturday there, looking at a high of 80 degrees as of right now. now. But with the heat and humidity comes rain chances almost each and every day. Isolated rain and storms back with an active weather pattern setting up for next week. For tonight, partly cloudy and so comfy. Enjoy. Tomorrow, a few isolated showers, isolated storm. The same on Sunday early on, but also some sunshine, plenty of dry time into the middle of next week. Isolated storms, highs near 90. And we do have to watch for the threat of some storms almost each and every day next week, guys.
Okay, Cheryl, thank you. You can get the latest forecast anytime. The free ABC7 Chicago News app. You scan that QR code. Well, we'll put it on your screen. You probably have it already and get a link to it. Oh, there
right
it is.
there.
Link to download. We show it to you often.
All right, let's talk about the I-Team, telling you about rental scams where the tenants could lose thousands to fake rental listings. Well, now there is a new twist. The scammers are also now targeting the landlords.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles talked to one woman who lost $8,000. Jason.
Scammers are looking for legitimate rental and sublease listings. They may respond fast and even send a check quickly. In one case, the check bounced and a local woman is now out thousands of dollars.
I feel like I'm violated. You know, someone took my money out of my account.
Tracy Lemke of Lombard posted her son's apartment sublease on a legitimate subleasing platform and got a quick response from a woman in Texas.
I deposited the check like she asked me to, and then she started asking me to pay her bills, like her movers, and then pay this and pay that. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right.
She says the would-be renter was unusually argumentative, and the deal went south. So Lemke agreed to Zelle about $4,000 back to the so-called renter after cashing the tenant's check for the same amount.
Then a couple hours later, I looked at my bank account and it was all negative because the check never really was legitimate. So
that's the scam.
That's the scam.
She sent that $4,000 back, which didn't really exist, and now she owes thousands of dollars to the bank because the bounced check put her account into a negative balance. You see, all banks will initially clear checks, but that doesn't mean they're legitimate.
What was your reaction when it bounced?
I was like, you got to be kidding me. I contacted the bank for this reason.
Experts say when cashing checks from strangers, you may have to wait anywhere from 2 weeks to a month before knowing that it has officially cleared. Lemke also found other alleged victims of the same so-called renter.
These posts show this person is doing the same thing, the subleasing scam.
Yep.
Other victims.
Yep.
So I called the scammer.
Disconnected. So it seems like she's long gone.
She's out, yep. Yep.
Any other numbers for her?
Nope. Nope, that was it.
The Better Business Bureau and the Federal Trade Commission have warned consumers of similar check scams targeting landlords and others subleasing apartments. Watch for renters who are eager to send money without seeing the place, or renters who are not asking normal questions. You can also insist on meeting the renter in person or conduct a video call. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Ooh, yeah, this was part of Kate Cogaren's report last night. I'm sure fans would call last night BTS Soldier Field like dynamite, but it's night 2 tonight. Did you get that, Rob?
Yes, and we're saying, like, we thought good times when we would say dynamite. Like, it's not that way, right?
JJ Walker.
I know. Huge crowds turned out for last night's show. Fans lined up early again for tonight's 8 o'clock show. The South Korean band took a hiatus so all the members could complete their military service, and this is their first world tour since reuniting. Chopper 7 was over Soldier Field earlier this evening as the band gave some fans, Cheryl was mentioned this earlier, an early taste of what to expect tonight. Chucking footballs at Soldier Field. That's awesome. Now you have a friend who is here.
Right, all the way from Michigan.
Is she in there? She's right there.
She got
I don't know. I mean, this was like 5 o'clock, 3 hours before the show started.
Yeah, but people were waiting there like this morning, right?
Fans.
Yes.
Fan. So tell her we said hi.
Yeah, she's so excited. I mean, the pictures she's been sending all day of the group, like, cause she's like, I'm on my way, I'm almost there.
She's getting regular updates to you. Enjoy.
Have fun, everybody. I mean, life is short.
So from BTS to something.
If you're going to the concert, you're certainly not watching this right now. They're at Soldier Field.
Maybe they're streaming us. You never know.
Maybe.
Right? This is more the three of us, probably a little more our style. If you grew up singing along to Destiny's Child, this one is for you. The music of one of the most successful girl groups of all time. getting a new sound, and Chicago is the final stop.
Yeah, say my name, say my name. And I'm a survivor. Destiny's Child helping define a generation now. Those hits being reimagined with a 5-piece string quintet. Thousands of candles and stories behind the music. The approximately 70-minute experience is designed to celebrate the group's legacy while introducing the music to a new generation.
I think a lot of Chicagoans will feel those tears fall from their eyes, because it's a special way when you hear the strings with music and how you remember the memories and where you were. And I think that's what makes this so different than going to a regular concert. We encourage you to sing every word.
Absolutely. That is Mr. Knowles, the father and their mastermind behind Destiny's Child iconic rename tribute. It's Saturday at the Congress Hotel, 2 showtimes, 6:30 and 8:45.
We'll see you at 10.
Good night.